Hi, I'm Dana. I'm not too sure about this angle and like the way that you're seeing things right now, but I don't think I've made a fashion video since like 3 houses ago. Like, I've moved house a bunch of times and I don't have anywhere that I'm able to set up to get like a good long away shot to show you some outfits and shit. This is the best I can manage and we're gonna have to just make do. We've also partly not had a fashion video because I just haven't been buying that many clothes. Like, there were a whole bunch of holes as I was like building my style and the things I like to wear and shit like that. And then I just didn't, like, I've bought like an item here or an item there as I've seen stuff that I really like or really need, but I haven't bought a whole bunch of stuff all at once to be like, here's a fashion video. And to be fair, I should probably just do them with things that are in my wardrobe and little outfit videos and stuff, but I've also just not been that motivated and life's been hard, but we're coming back to it because I really do enjoy fashion. And you're also going to see things moving around as Otis does Otis things. I went into one charity shop and found just, I'm pretty sure one person donated the whole lot and I just had to have it. I just had to. I tried really hard to resist and I could not. And then I went into a second charity shop and found a few more bits. And I also popped into a charity shop while I was in Yorkshire and haven't showed you that stuff yet, so I'm going to combine the whole lot. First, I'm going to show you the 2 things that I got that aren't clothing, because I've been needing a new wallet for a really long time because I have a Ferris Bueller's Day Off wallet and it's sick, but I've had it for like maybe 8 years. I've had it a real long time now, so I've been looking for a new wallet and there's just this cutesy little leather one, and obviously I wouldn't normally buy leather. Sorry, Otis is exploring the boxes that I put together for him to explore, so I'm not going to tell him not to, but it is making a bit of a ruckus during the video. It is a little bit battered, but I feel like I can buy some like leather revival stuff and get it sorted. It's got like a little coin slotty bit, as well as like card slots. I think it's really nice, and I think it's got a lot of life left in it if I just look after it a little bit and give it a bit of a refresh. And that was only £1. And I got this for £1 and all, and it's a Winsor & Newton acrylic pad. So I'm looking forward to getting to like do some acrylic paintings that are like small and on paper. I always use canvases, so I'm looking forward to using that. And it's kind of cool that it's like, I feel like it's got quite a vintage vibe. I feel like they don't really look like that anymore. I'm gonna really just put it with my art stuff because we are currently in my craft area. I'm gonna do bottoms first because I want to not be in pyjamas for the whole video. So we're gonna find out if this all fits. And first up is these NMG jeans, mango jeans. I don't think these are like legit MNG mango, 100% cotton. So they're not even like actually jeans. I don't think these are like legit. I don't think these are like legit. I don't think that these are legitimately vintage, but they've got the little pleats on the waist here that I think are really cute, and they've got like the weird little line pockets. Like, they just have, for me, quite an 80s vibe going on. So let's try them on. They just fit. They only just go on. They very much only just fit. Like, it's close. I can at least fit my hands in the pockets. The pleats are doing a lot to help it fit here, but they are quite tight on the thighs and behind. I would be, shall we just, okay, I can squat in them. They haven't torn immediately. Oh yeah, now that I've moved around a little bit in them, actually, I think they will stretch to my body. I think these are all right. I think I'm happy. Yeah. I'm gonna give it an hour. Not right now, perhaps. Why is my boiler making a load of noise? I think they're just gonna be a little bit of a test. We're just gonna have to see how they go. And in order to even further change out of my pyjamas, I got this little top to wear as like just like an undershirt. I just like having long sleeve shirts to go under stuff. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see on camera, but it's a sort of like pinky purple mauve. And I do wonder, looking at it now, if this was once upon a time white or grey and someone had a little bit of a washing incident. But it's Saint Michael's from Marks and Spencer, meaning that it came out from like, it will have been made prior to like 2000-ish, I believe, is when they stopped doing that brand. So that's, I always just make the assumption that it is definitely vintage, even if it's not necessarily like 80s vintage. I'm aware that a lot of the things that I wear don't really look all that 80s. I'm just constantly aiming for the 80s. So let's see how this is. Yeah, I like this. If I don't want to have to squat for you guys. Is it okay if my head's cut off? Like, you're looking at the outfit anyway. I like the length of it. Like, it's not quite cropped, but it does sit like... It sits nicely, I think. And I really like these, like... The sleeves were like... I think because I'm tall, because they're like meant to be full sleeves. But they're the types where I can like mess them up a little bit and make them 3/4. And I like that. I like this. The majority of this is stuff that I would wear over something like this. So first off, we've got this little cardigan. I wasn't sure about this. This was like a bit of a panic purchase at the end, and I did consider asking them to take it off, but then I was very anxious while buying all of this, and it came to a lot more money than I expected it to be honest with you. But again, I like this. I like this a lot more on than I thought it had pockets. It doesn't. It does have some like cutesy little embroidery though. And now that I'm up close, I can also show you like the pleats on the pants. Like, they're cute, right? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the texture of it, but I like the colour and the fit, and the buttons are really cool, I was going to say. I didn't tell you how much this was or what brand it was from. It's Poppy styled garments, and it was £4. This is the bag of stuff that I think is like all from the same person, including that. So next is Petite. Petite is Anne Brooks. This brand, that automatically looks like an 80s or 90s sort of logo to me. And I think the fit of the shirt, I am going to be sat down for the majority of this because quite frankly my body hurts when I stand up. So we're sitting. It also has shoulder pads, which makes me assume that it's from the 80s. But I don't really actually know anything about anything, so don't take my word for it. Oh, I love it when they're sewn in properly so that they just sort of like sit in properly. Not like this one is. The shape and like angle of the collar is also giving me quite major 80s vibes. But one thing that does always annoy me is that like on 80s shirts, I feel like when I see other people wear them, the sleeves are like the right length, which does make me think it's just that I'm 5'11" with like quite lanky or like long limbs. But like they're always like so short, and it makes it look like the whole shirt's too tight. But I think I might actually get away with it with this one because it's quite like, it's just a simple white shirt, and I like having things like this where I can like, I feel like I can build a lot with and around this, and it's nice to just throw on over something. I don't know how far to squat. I'm going to have to like definitely cut bits of this out. I could just face the camera up slightly, couldn't I? Yeah, I probably, to be fair, wouldn't have an undershirt on under this. It would just be a white bra moment. Although it is like quite see, maybe like a lower neckline. But I like it. Like, I don't, obviously the sleeves are a bit short, but I feel like it sort of looks like they're meant to be with this one. I'm not upset by it. Another white shirt. I am going to try to just pull this off. I should show you the... This is Bergotex. Again, it says petite, and does that mean it's going to be short? I'm trying to show you the Bergotex, and this was £3.50. This was one of the ones at the front of the pile, and I assumed, stupidly, that they were all going to be around the same price. I don't know if I can fit this over my head. I'm not sure this is going to fit. Oh no, okay. Yes. And the thing that got me with this, I did consider putting it back to the other white shirt, but look at the cute little detail on the collar, like just a little bit of spritz and sparkle. Just a little bit fancy. I'm wondering if it's lost. Oh, I love these. Wait a second. There we go. I feel like it is like an 80s feature when they have that real like cross collar button thing. And especially if I used to have some like collar jewellery stuff. Anyway, I really enjoy when they do that because it means I can do it up like that and wear it under a jumper in the winter. But then having it open like that is a very like spring, summer like vibe, you know, it's chill. I am, with all of these short sleeve ones, imagining wearing them more like this, like just sort of open over something with longer sleeves because I still have issues with my arms. Okay, I'm going to save the most exciting one from that bag until the last thing in the bag. This one's Eastex. I feel like anyone that shops any sort of vintage fashion's aware, so I don't need to come over and like show you. Now that I've personally put it on, I'm not sure about the tone with my skin, but again, it has the button all the way up if you want to. So again, I did buy these thinking of them as like spring pieces to wear currently, but the more that I'm putting them on and realising they do this, the more I'm like, these are versatile. Okay, I'll be wearing these under things in winter. These work for me. These are very much the types of shirts that I like having in my wardrobe and that I've built like a lot of my style and the way that I choose to dress around. And again, it's just got some like fun little like weird embroidery details that you don't really notice too much, but they add a little something in my opinion. I like them a lot. Really nice buttons, and again, I am envisioning mostly for the spring wearing it open like this, and I think it looks cute. This one's a little bit less interesting. It really just has detailing on the pocket and the collar, but it is cute detailing, and it has shoulder pads, and I absolutely despise shoulder pads for many, many years. Like, as someone who was always getting my stuff from the charity shop because it was cheap even as a kid, I despised having shoulder pads. I felt like it gave away that like my clothing is old, I am poor. And now that I'm old, I fucking love shoulder pads. I feel like, not necessarily that it balances out my frame up, but more so that like I don't have that much shoulder going on, and it makes me feel like a little bit powerful, a little bit girl boss. And I really like the colour of this. Like, it's a really, really pale yellow, and I feel like a lot of pale yellows don't often translate well. It comes across like piss or beige. But this is like a really nice like Easter yellow, like it's very spring. I didn't tell you the info about it before I put it on. This is the Eastex Heirloom collection, so that's posh. And it was £6. It's pure polyester. See, like when the other one's £3.50, that is not a better shirt. Like, why isn't it also £3.50? I just panicked, I bought it, so it's on me. And this is the last thing out of the bag. It's from Eastex again. I'm pretty sure this was a full tenner, which, look, it's not that that's necessarily too much for what it is. It's just not what I intended to spend on clothes when I just popped in to have a little nose. It was dry cleaned at some point. That's nice. This is viscose, nylon and polyester. I assume it sets fire very easily, and yeah, it was a tenner. It again has shoulder pads. I'm moaning, but it's beaded lace and it's gorgeous, and it's got shoulder pads, and it's definitely vintage, let's face it, like even if it's 90s. Like, even open, that is an absolute look. The sleeves have this like scallop detail. There's all the like beading and lace. It's so shiny and pretty. I do want to see what it looks like done up. I do feel like this is one that I might actually wear as like a nice little going outsy top. We'll have to see, but like I like this a lot. Like, I like the colour, I like the shaping. Again, the way it makes my shoulders look, that little bit of like, I don't know what that face was, but there's a power move going on. Again, I do feel like a lot of things hit me at weird lengths just because I'm taller than like the intended market. But I do feel like if I like manage to style things with like high-waisted enough stuff. I missed the button. I feel like most things that I buy, it does sort of come to the styling. It's weird because this is definitely lower than some of the other shirts were, but just like the weight of it, like on my collarbones, makes it feel kind of like it is strangling me. That's the thing, sometimes I absolutely love clothes, and then the moment I put them on, I'm like, oh, well, that sounds really unpleasant. Yeah, it's definitely one to wear open or I feel like I'm being strangled. But it's cute, right? I like it. This is where I'm very quickly going to switch to the stuff that I got when I was in Lightcliff, while I was in Yorkshire. Because this shirt reminded me greatly of one that Alex Drake wears in some random episode of Ashes to Ashes. I am at some point going to go through and like screenshot the outfits that she wears that I want. Are you going to fit, baby? Obviously, I washed this because I had it a wee little while and I wanted to actually wear it the other day and then didn't. And frankly, I might need to buy an iron. But it's a very cute, simple shirt. Now that I've got it on, I do actually really like the fit. I think it's cute. I like that the buttons are white. I like that it reminds me of Alex Drake, even though it's not actually. And I do need a new shirt to wear when I dress up as Alex Drake, because I always wear the red pussy bow one that I've got, and it's such a horrible fabric. It makes me so sweaty, to be entirely honest with you. Like, any time I'm dressed as Alex Drake, I'm sweaty. And I think I paid like £2 for this. It wasn't expensive. Like, it was quite possibly the cheapest charity shop I've ever been in, to be honest with you. And the other thing I bought, I'm so excited about. I tried it on in the shop, and some of like the little like Yorkshire ladies like told me how nice it looked, and then when I took it to the till, she was like, "Oh, isn't it lovely?" And this was only a £5. I think that shirt might have actually been literally £1, because I don't remember spending more than like £6 in there. But it's just, it's a very simple, normal fucking raincoat. But I just really like the pattern. I feel like you don't see ones with fun patterns anymore. I like the fit of it, where like it's not my perfect exact size, but I feel like once I've got like a jumper or a cardigan, and like I wear a lot of layers, and I feel like this will fit me over layers, because it's not a warm coat, it's very much a raincoat. So I can layer up to stay warm and then have this to protect me from the rain. It's got a good hood. It's got a good hood. It's one that like, it feels like it's going to stay up, especially if I like do up the coat. I've been looking for a good raincoat for ages, and it made me really happy to be able to get one that's from... You'll never believe this, guys, I ran out of storage. But yeah, it's just a raincoat. I was showing you the poppers on the sleeve when I was rudely interrupted by my own phone. So you have to worry about the water running up, but also like, I don't always... It feels like it's just a really good coat for my sensory issues. This is going to work for me. Oh, did I even... I think I told you what brand it is. I don't know if I did. It's LOGG. Label of graded goods, H&M. I feel like it's old H&M. H&M does not sell stuff like that anymore. We are approaching the end now. So I got these. I'm not sure what I was thinking, honestly. I just saw them and I liked them. They're women's jeanswear papaya. And to be fair, I do feel like that's like the old papaya label. Like, you don't really see that anymore. So maybe they are a little bit vintage, but I don't think they're like actually vintage. The update on these is that after 20 minutes, I feel good about these. I would wear them out. I do feel like they fit. So let's try these ones on. Unlike the last ones, these are, if anything, slightly too big. Like, I feel like I'd probably be best in a belt for them. There is like a little bit of gaping at the back. But I'll live, I'll survive. I like them. Are they the type that are like sewing up? No, they're not. I do prefer just having pants be pants. I don't need the stupid sewing on roll. I think they're cute. To be honest with you, I'd already picked up the shirt I'm about to show you. I just thought colour-wise they'd be really good together. And I didn't necessarily have anything else in my wardrobe currently that would go with the shirt. It does have a label. List up. It was £3. I'll come and show you the pattern up close first, because I think you deserve to see it. How fun. How cute. It's only £3. And I feel like these are the types of shirts that you see in vintage shops all the time, and they want like £25 for them, and I can't afford that. I don't think these colours do actually go as well as I originally thought they did. I don't think I like these pants as much as I originally thought I did, to be entirely honest. And my arm's too chunky for this to fucking button. Aren't men meant to have like big arms? This is a man's shirt. Why is it? Oh, that's quite alright actually. I think, yeah, I like that. I like it. You have to like get it right, but then I do like the fit of it once it is right. We'll see how it looks buttoned up in a minute, just for the sake of it. So yeah, this is this shirt. I'm not 100% sure on the sleeves. I do kind of wish I had a bit more space there. But let's see how it looks done up. Do I want to do it up from the... We'll do it up from the top, and we can unbutton if we really want to, because otherwise I'll do the buttons up long and look silly on the internet. I really don't know what I was thinking, being like, the colour of these jeans, these pants, are they fucking chinos? I don't know what they are, but I'm thinking that the colour of these would go perfectly with this. Do I think I'm a cowboy? I do like the shirt a lot though. I'm really, really unsure on the pants, but I like the shirt. I like it when they have these like slitty bits. Like, it's just... I do like this, the like gather of the sleeve up here, but I just wish I had a bit more space in the wrist. And to be fair, that would let me put it up a bit more and have some more gather up at the top. I'm not mad at it. I don't think it's about to become like my favourite item in my wardrobe, but I do like it. Like, I am going to wear it. I do honestly feel like it looks better when I'm sitting down than it does when I'm standing up. Like like, I don't know. We'll style it. I think this would look better with jeans than these pants, to be honest with you. But we are getting to the last item, and I can finally stop having to talk. Like, it's hard to get the sleeves off my arms. I might have to unbutton it again to get it over. I'm gonna have to unbutton them to get it over my hand. I could always leave it unbuttoned and roll it up, I guess. But let me just see how that would work. Keep it on this arm a sec. Oh, I'm gonna be way better off just leaving it unbuttoned and rolling up and then having it sit like that. Okay, we've figured it out. So the final thing, I had to really talk myself down because there was also another shirt that was very similar to this that was from St. Michael's, like the M&S brand that we talked about earlier. But okay, first off, this just feels like something Jean Hunt would wear. Second off, look at the fucking look, if I can find it again. Look at the logo. Like, with that on there, nothing can convince me that this isn't from the 80s. Like, come on now. I haven't told you how much these last few were, I don't think. I don't know. This one was £3. Oh, this is one of the ones with like multiple buttons on the arms. Like, it's kind of ugly. And to be entirely honest with you, I might wear it as like a bed shirt more so than anything. I'm also going to roll up one arm and do up one arm to see which I prefer. I like it. I don't know. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, no, I do think it's ugly. I just also enjoy the way in which it's ugly. Like, I like the ugliness of it. Like, leave it alone. I do wish that I was better at doing up buttons. I won't lie to you. That is one of my big, like, autism fails. Laces, buttons, zips, like anything. I'm not even very good at undoing, like, the child-safe bottles, to be fair. But we try our best, and if it takes us a little bit longer, that's fine. I was about to say it was a really good fit on my wrist, but I was actually like holding a whole bunch of material to make it that way. Okay, so if we look at it from this side, that's how it is with the arm down. Am I becoming like a full-on hunchback? Why is it? Oh no, it is the shirt. Okay, I thought there was something happening back there. I was frightened. So this is how it looks with the sleeve down. Obviously it's like baggy and I like it, okay? I feel like this is a cute spring look, especially with the sleeve rolled up. It's just like comfy and casual and chill. I'm gonna undo these buttons so that we can see it with them both rolled up actually, because I like that. Oh, but also if I leave it like one buttoned up, I might be able to get like, I like the cuff to be fairly tight. I don't like having to re-roll it very often, you know? Yes, leaving the first button done up makes it perfect. That's it. That's the shit. Like, look how much cleaner that one is than the other one as well. Yes. It's a bit too long. I'll probably find something to tuck it into. But I like this. It's cute. That's some shit that I've bought over the last, like, 2 weeks. I think it all came to £70-ish. It was the most I'm going to spend on clothes for a good little while. And it meant that the last, like, week was quite tough. But we live and we thrive and it makes me happy, quite frankly. And at least I'm not buying a Hunger Games collaboration from Shein, you know? So yeah, that was today's video. Like I said, I've not done fashion content in a very, very, very long time. And I've had like a handful of people comment on videos being like, you should do some fashion stuff. You seem like you have a cool sense of style. And I'm like, where were you people when I was doing it? I'm playing, I'm not being mean. I did quite a lot of fashion content and no one cared, you know? I mean, I had a friend in America send me a load of really, really fucking cool tights. And I did a video about that and I got a whole lot of attention at that because apparently tights are a whole fucking fetish, which was not my intention. So yeah, for a multitude of reasons I stopped doing them, as well as just being like, I was barely getting dressed for a good bit of the last few years. Like, it's been a time. But I do really, truly, deeply love fashion and making these types of videos, and I have had fun doing this. It's been nice. And especially, like, I would not try on every single item all in a row and have it, like, figured out in my head what I'm going to wear it with and stuff if I wasn't doing it for a video, you know? Like, I would put it on eventually as I wanted to wear it. But I actually feel like this has been, like, a really good little exercise for me to be more aware of what I'm actually buying and how I want to style things and how I want things to look. And I'm happy with these pieces. you are also going to really soon be getting a video of me clearing out my wardrobe, because that bitch is getting insane. I haven't thrown anything out in like 2 years, and I consistently add little bits here and there. So yeah, I'm not about to become a fashion channel, don't you worry. But it is a part of like my hobbies and things I enjoy, and I do want to incorporate that into my channel a little bit more again. Like, especially when I started, I had a really big aim of like not just being an autism channel, because like there is a lot more to me than just being autistic. And I feel like there's a point to which I have sort of slipped into that. Not horribly, like I do feel like I've like managed to maintain my true message from the beginning, but there's definitely some bits that I've just not had the energy for, that I'm trying to find the energy for now, because it makes me feel better, it helps me have more energy in the long run. And I've been rambling about a completely unrelated topic for like a good minute now, haven't I? So if you like this type of content, please do like and subscribe. Please do let me know in a comment, because honestly, if no one cares, I will just go back to not making these videos and give you something else on the days that you would otherwise be getting a video you don't care about. But if some people care, I care too. Like, I do care, I'm not going to do this for no one, you know? I mean, it's for me though. I've enjoyed this. Anyway, like and subscribe if you fancy it. You can also find me over on TikTok, Blue Sky and Instagram. Or, not Blue Sky, but TikTok and Instagram I definitely share a little bit more fashion content, which no one cares about anyway. I care. So you can go over there if you want to. You can also find me on Ko-fi and Patreon, but there's no pressure, you don't have to. And that is that for me today. So whoever you are, wherever you are, if you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.